Good evening, dear listeners. Let me start with a simple truth. Sometimes the smallest decisions you make on ordinary nights can rewrite your entire life. This is the story of a man named Kojo Mensah and the night he did not keep driving. Kojo was not a bad man. He worked a steady job, kept to himself, and lived a quiet life in Accra. No drama, no troubles, the kind of man people would describe as a simple man. But that night, everything changed. It was close to midnight when Kojo saw her. She stood under a flickering street light, dressed in a red dress that had seen better days. She wasn't like the others who waved or called out. No. She was just quiet. She just stood there, watching the road. Kojo slowed down upon seeing her. He doesn't know why. Maybe it was curiosity, maybe loneliness, or maybe fate. He rolled down his windows. "Where are you going?" he said. The woman leaned in slightly and said, "Anywhere but here." There was something in her voice, not seduction, not desperation, just tired. Kojo hesitated at first and then unlocked the car. She got in. Her name was Amma. At first the ride was quiet. Kojo tried to make small talks, but Amma gave short answers. She was looking behind. A few minutes later, Kojo noticed it, a black car, following them. "Do you know that car?" he asked. Amma didn't answer immediately. Then she said softly, "Drive faster, please." Kojo laughed nervously and said, "Why?" "Just drive," she insisted. Something in her voice made his hands tighten on the wheel. He pressed the accelerator down. The car behind them sped up too. Now Kojo's heart was racing. "What's going on?" he demanded. Amma turned to him, her eyes sharp. Now she said, "If I tell you, promise me, you won't stop the car." That was not comforting, but Kojo kept driving. They took a sharp turn into a quieter road. The black car followed. Then suddenly, it stopped. Just like that. Gone. Kojo slowed down, confused. "They are not following us anymore," he said. Amma exhaled deeply, like she had been holding her breath for hours. "Good," she said. Kojo pulled over. "Now you tell me," he said. "What was that all about?" Amma looked at him for a very long time, then reached out into her bag. Kojo was tensed. She pulled out a pen drive. She said, "That is why they are following us." Kojo blinked. "A pen drive?" "It has information," she said. "Important information. Dangerous information." Kojo frowned. "Then why do you have it?" Amma smiled, but this wasn't a happy smile. She said, "Because I stole it." Kojo should have driven away. He knew it, but instead he asked the wrong question. "You stole it? Stole it from who?" Amma leaned back in her seat and said, "I stole it from people who don't forgive." Now Kojo's quiet life was officially over. He dropped her off at a small house on the outskirts of town. She handed him the pen drive and said, "Keep it for me, please." Kojo almost laughed and said, "Why me?" She replied, "Because you are the only person they won't suspect." She opened the car, then she stepped out and disappeared into the night. Kojo sat there staring at the pen drive in his hands. He should have thrown it away, he said. He should have forgotten everything. But curiosity is a powerful thing. When he got home, he plugged it into his laptop, and that was his second mistake. What he found inside froze him. Names, transactions, photos, powerful people, dangerous people, politicians, pastors, preachers, CEOs. And at the center of it all, a name Kojo knew very well, his boss. Kojo's hands started trembling. It wasn't just some random crime. This was big, very big. Before he could even process it, there was a knock at his door at 2 a.m. Kojo froze. The knock came again, louder this time. "Mr. Mensah," a voice called. "Open the door!" Kojo's heart dropped. They found him. Thinking quickly, Kojo grabbed the pen drive and rushed to the back door. But just as he reached it, He heard something behind him. A voice. Don't run! Kojo turned slowly. Amma stood in the living room. He stared at her shocked. How did you get in here? He asked. Amma said, hey, look, no time. She cut in. They are here for it. Kojo shook his head. You said they won't suspect me. I lied, she said calmly. Kojo's chest tightened. What? You lied to me? Amma stepped closer. I needed someone to open the file, she said. Someone clean. Someone with nothing to hide. Kojo felt the world shift under his feet. You used me! Amma didn't deny it. Yes, she said. The knocking grew louder. Open the door! Open the door! Kojo looked at Amma, anger and fear battling inside him. What do we do now? He asked. Amma smiled again. This time it was different. We finished what we started. Before Kojo could ask what she meant, Amma pulled out her phone and pressed send. What did you just send? He asked. She looked at him. I sent everything to the media. Kojo, eyes wide opened. You what? She nodded. It's over, she said. It's over for them. The knocking suddenly stopped. Silence. Then footsteps walking away. Kojo and Amma stood there listening. Gone. Just like that. Hours later, the news broke. A massive corruption scandal. Arrests, resignations, name exposed. Kojo watched it all from his couch, still trying to understand how his life had turned upside down in a single night. He turned to Amma, who was still there, and asked her, Who are you, really? Amma smiled softly. Then she said, Someone who needed a driver. The next morning she was gone. No note, no trace, nothing. Just like that. The night he found her, that was it. And Kojo? His life was never the same. Not because of the danger, but because for the first time he realized something. Sometimes the people you think you're saving are the ones who are changing your life forever. So tonight, dear listeners, if you ever find yourself driving past a quiet street and you see someone standing under a flickering light, will you stop or will you keep driving? Good night.